Assumption, McDonnell. McDonnell, Assumption. No, they're just the max. Oh. Yeah. No, they're just the max. Okay. Yep, audio sounds good.
different, but yeah, they've already.
It's just a weird environment. This is like so small.
Yeah.
For that, everybody can see that.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, for that Three Lakes Blackhawk game, it got. I mean, Three Lakes brought a lot of people, and it got really loud. So.
Plus, both teams are Royal Post.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, this will.
On this side.
Yeah, no, it'll. With the concrete, it makes it a little louder. So, I don't know. It got loud for Three Lakes. So, and we got more than they have. So, as long as things go well and you guys are nice and loud, then.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Lacrosse Center here for the Division 5 state semifinal. As the Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals coming in at 14-8 overall, get ready to take on the Chippewa Falls McDonnell Central Max here in the Division 5 state semifinal. Second semifinal here today. We'll go through what happened in Game 1 in just a moment. You're listening to the Chili Implement pregame show. Again, a special audio-only broadcast here from La Crosse as the Assumption Royals look to get back into that state championship game for the first time since 2016. The McDonnell Central Max, first state appearance in school history, as it should be a doozy. Of course, Assumption led by their seniors, Emily Bone and Jesse Grunhofer, Ayanara Sanz, Rosas, Kristen Casey, and Sammy Nelson for Coach Ryan Klein in year number 4 for Coach Klein at a record of 70-49. For McDonnell Central, coming in at 12-3 overall, they were third in the Clover Belt West Conference. Osseo Fairchild winning the conference and getting the job done for the Max this year. Again, only a conference-only schedule. They lost to Neillsville in their opening game, lost to Osseo, and lost to Fall Creek. Those are their 3 losses this year. Cruising through their regional, beat Gilman by 50, beat Lake Holcomb by 13, Northwood by 15, and Prairie Farm by 20. So, again, just going to be a good one. A lot of fans here. Three Lakes brought a lot of people in their earlier semifinal game. Again, a game that we will talk about in just a matter of moments. But the Division 5 state championship game later on tonight. Again, big venue, big crowd here from La Crosse, as it will be the McDonnell Central Max 6-game winning streak. Of course, every team at this point has at least a 4-game winning streak. And the Assumption Royals, hotter than ever here in 2021, 11-13 overall in this calendar year, and have won 12 of their last 15 games. So again, will be a good one here. Sit back, relax. Again, audio only. As I'd like to thank Bryce Rasmussen for checking in. Bryce, our very dedicated listener and watcher throughout this year. Again, the Royals led in large part by Ayanara Central Max, led by their senior Lauren Dietz. Junior Lauren Dietz. 12, 13 points a game. Anna Giesler at 11.5 points a game. A team that shoots pretty well from beyond the arc. 37%, 91 of 245, 33% from the field as a team, and 61% from the free throw line. So, it's been quite the year for Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Got put on quarantine twice this school year, and are right here in the state tournament for the first time in Ryan Klein's head coaching endeavor, and in first time since 2016. So it's just a matter of how will the Royals respond to the big stage. A lot of room behind the baskets will that take into consideration how their line of sight is, their depth perception, and all that stuff when it comes to shooting? The Royals shot at La Crosse Aquinas last night. Aquinas, of course, in the state tournament as well in Division III. So about 4.5 minutes before we get things going here from La Crosse, the La Crosse Center, right on the floor, hoping you can hear some squeaking shoes and some basketballs bouncing around. So, again, Jason Zaleski is here. This is Steve Maves. Jason is down getting highlights. Of course, again, not allowed to do a video broadcast because of the state tournament. And so audio only. We've done it for football, state tournament. We've done it for when Columbus Catholic made it down to state for basketball a couple of years ago. Talking to Coach Josh Pultz a little bit. It will be interesting. They have 3 lines here on the court. They've got high school, college, and the NBA 3-point lines. And we saw a lot of it. Saw a lot of it in the first game, Blackhawk and Three Lakes, where the girls from both teams were shooting from that 3-point line during their ball game. So we'll go through the starting lineups in just a moment here from La Crosse. First, we'll hear from our friends at Schilling Implement. And then when we get back in about 30 seconds, we'll take you through what happened in that first Division 5 state semifinal. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. Sit back, relax. It's going to be a good one here from the La Crosse Center in the Division 5 state semifinal between the Wisconsin Rapids and Assumption Royals and the Chippewa Falls McDonnell Central Max. Back to La Crosse right after this.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Welcome back to La Crosse as the Assumption Royals get ready to take on the McDonnell Central Max. Both teams, Royal and Blue, Three Lakes, also, Royal and White. Assumption in their road blue uniforms, McDonnell in their home whites. The Three Lakes Blue Jays, who came into their Division 5 state semifinal, were in road blue uniforms and knocking off the Blackhawk Warriors 51-48. So Blackhawk, the favorite all year long, taking down the favorite, Three Lakes taking down the favorites here this afternoon, or earlier this morning, It was a 51-48 game between Blackhawk and Three Lakes, ending a 75-game winning streak for Blackhawk. And Three Lakes heading to the state championship at 7 o'clock tonight. They await the winner of this game here this afternoon. We will have Izzy Youngworth and Maria Hartley singing the national anthem, as they have done all year long beautifully for Wisconsin Rapids. As the crowd settles in, Wisconsin Rapids canceling school today. Have a huge crowd from Wisconsin Rapids. Good crowd for McDonnell. And again, it will be the Max and the Royals. Division 5 state semifinal. Talking to Coach Klein before the game, before they came out. The Royals with a magnificent week of practice. And the Royals with a magnificent week of practice this week and last week, and hopefully will turn into a win here this afternoon. Again, McDonnell and Assumption. Sit back, relax. It's going to be a good one here from the La Crosse Center. Winner heads to the state championship game at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer and Maria Hartley and Izzy Youngworth for our national anthem here at the Lacrosse Center.
And Izzy Youngworth, a junior at Assumption High School, as they perform our national anthem.
As always, a magnificent job by those two singing our national anthem as they will go through the reserves for Assumption first, as they are the road team. They are the number 3 seed in the state tournament. They are the number 3 seed, McDonnell at the number 2 seed. Assumption coming off of a win over Wazeeka Steuben on last Saturday, 65-44. And McDonnell Central coming off of a huge win over Prairie Farm, 72-43. First, we'll go through the reserves. If you're a Assumption fan listening, go through the Royals first. Number 10, Izzy Youngworth. 12, Maria Hartley. 22, Kayla Kirkman. 34, Sadie Donahue. Number 40, Malia Colo. 42, Kendall Dillman. 50, Casey Schultz. And 52, Morgan Reichel.
Number 34, Sadie Donahue. Number 40, Malia Colo. Number 42, Kendall Dillman.
There we go. Just going through our reserves here. McDonnell with about the same. Those are the reserves for Assumption.
Now let's meet the Max.
For McDonnell Central, they go number 11, Amber Adams. Number 12, Josie Witkowski. 20, Sydney Flanagan. 23, Emma Stelter. 25, Emily Cooper. 30, Lenise Bauman. 31, Maddie Geisler. 32, Aubrey Dorn. 41, Isabella Hartman. And number 50, Katie Roof.
23, Emma Stelter.
So those are the reserves.
Emily Cooper.
We'll try and do our best here to get everything figured out. Again, this is really the first audio-only broadcast that we've done all year. It is the only one with how the streaming has gone for us, and we can't thank you all enough for sticking around with us all year. We got 3 other games going on tonight on the Zaleski Sports Network. And before they say the starting lineups here for the Assumption Royals, again, we can't thank you all enough for tuning in, especially here this afternoon. Good crowd watching online.
Number 12, number 14, a 5'3" senior, Sam Nelson.
As they go through the starting lineups, 5'3" senior Sammy Nelson, 5'5",
24, a 5'7" sophomore,
Kristen Casey, 5'5" junior Aydar Sanz de Rosas, 5'11",
30, a 5'5" junior, Anaya Sanz de Rosas.
5'11" senior number 32 Jesse Grunhofer, and a 6'4" senior
A 6'4" senior,
Emily Bone. And then
number
They forgot Jesse Grundhofer for the starting lineups. But again, as all year they have, Nelson, Casey, DeRosas, Grundhofer, and Bone in their road blue uniforms. They will work right to left on the court. We will have them right in front of us to start the ball game. Number 10, Destiny Boutman. Marley Hughes, 22, Anna Giesler. Pardon me. 24, Lauren Dietz. And 42, Abigail Petronovich, excuse me. Goodness, can't even read my own handwriting. So they go Bauman, Hughes, Geisler, Dietz, and Petronovich for Coach Don Cooper. Again, sit back, relax. It's going to be a good one. State semifinal, Assumption and McDonnell. McDonnell will start with the basketball out of bounds, working from left to right away from us as we start. Assumption will be working right to left in front of us here in the first half, and we are underway from La Crosse. Swings into back around over to Marley Hughes, left side Bauman. Back over to Anna Giesler, 15-foot line, back over. Swing it around, back over, 2-3 zone, 4-1 for the Max, 4 out, 1 in. Knocked away by Sensei Rosas, thrown up to Ayanara by Sadie Donahue. Left hand, and the Royals are not on the board. Offense rebound, Emily Bone, and she lays it in. Nice job by Emily Bone to run the floor, and the Royals are ahead. See what kind of pressure the Royals have here. Bauman on the right side, swings it back around. Back over to Bauman. Bauman number 10. Jason Zaleski said he watched her during volleyball and she can jump out of the gym. Winter plays at 7 o'clock tonight. Left wing, swings it back around over to Hughes. Right wing, kicks it around. Back over to Hughes on the left side. Not a lot of movement so far for the Max. Getting into lane, pull-up jumper, left-handed, got it to go. Geisler for 2. Geisler, second leading scorer, 11.5 a game. That'll be a good matchup all day between Bauman and Sensei Rosas. Grundhofer, left hand, scooping, can't get it to go. That's one that she hits most of the time. Geisler with it now, working left to right. Picked up her dribble over to Hughes. Hughes working on Sensei Rosas. Back over, right side, Geisler. Right wing gets this 2-3, again left-hander. Turnaround jumper off the mark. And a good box out by Kristen Casey. Fought for and out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Royals. Again, a raised floor here at the La Crosse Center. Good venue. McDonnell will put on some pressure against the Royals. Ayanara, the lefty, working against Bauman, and down goes Bauman against Sensei Rosas. Good move by Grundhofer, can't get it to go, and Emily Bone will go to the floor, and I believe will pick up her first foul. Emily Bone picks up her first, team's first. Bauman laughing as she went to the floor after Ayanara broke her ankles. Back over to Geisler in the backcourt. Skips it all the way up to Bauman. Bauman back over to Geisler near the Rural Mutual logo. Back over to Bauman on the left side. Swings it around. Geisler with it. Getting double teamed down to Hughes. Swings it back around, top of the key. Shot fake, steps through, pull up. Knocked away by Sensei Rosas. And because it was touched and she continues with the shot motion, it'll go back to the Royals. 15:32 to go, first half. De Rosas, the primary point guard, and a timeout taken by Coach Klein. And we will do the same. right back to La Crosse after this.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic Schools.
Welcome back to La Crosse as the Royals and Max tied 2-2 early on here. Division 5 state semifinal. Kristen Casey is going to get fouled right in front of Coach Cooper. Don Cooper, 103-61 in his career at McDonnell Central, 149-105 in his coaching career overall. Foul did not go on Emily Bone. Sammy Nelson with it in the front court, against Kristen Casey. Grunhofer back over to Casey. They are man up on Ayanara. Sammy Nelson throws it over the head. Emily Bone from the free throw line throws it over the head of Sammy Nelson and out of bounds. Izzy Youngworth to sub in for Kristen Casey. Kayla Kirkman will as well. Kayla Kirkman checks in for Sammy Nelson. Again, you see it early on, obviously listening, but Destiny Bauman is face guarding Ayanara when she gets the basket, or not forcing her to get the basketball. Giesler goes left baseline, pull-up jumper off the mark, tipped around, and Kayla Kirkman comes away with it. Kirkman pushing it up, 1-on-3. She dribbles out of it. Down to Grunhofer. Grunhofer goes middle lane. Bone, pull-up jumper, 15-footer. Can't get it to go and rebounded by the Max. 24, Lauren Dietz. Dietz the leading scorer for the Max. Geisler with it, swings it around over to Dietz. Against this 2-3 zone, tied at 2. 2.5 minutes gone by. Next timeout will be a media timeout. Right side. Pushes it down low. Working on Grunhofer. Back over and right in the hands of Emily Bone. Tried to lob it in there. Ayanara with it now. Working right to left. 2-2. Two teams that average 53 points a game. Ayanara steps through left hand and can't get it to go. Got to make the layups if you're Assumption. When you get those open shots. Working right to left. Dietz with it. Pull-up jumper, right corner off the side of the backboard, and Izzy Youngworth comes away with the rebound. Ayanara with it now, crossing the timeline on the right side. Sends Hirosas with it over to Izzy Youngworth. Skips it up to Emily Bone. 15-footer Bone off the mark. Offensive rebound fought for, but taken away by the Max. Grunhofer unable to get it. Back over to Giesler. Up to Bauman. Bauman on the left wing. Gets all the way into the lane. Pull-up jumper and got it. Too easy for Destiny Bauman. Baufman, excuse me. Ayanara, crossover again, and she's going to get called for the travel, and that will take us to our first media timeout. We'll be back to La Crosse, 4-2 Max. Back to the La Crosse Center right after this.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Pretty quick moving first half here from La Crosse as the Max up 4-2 on the Royals. Assumption just missing the early bunnies. Missing the early bunnies against the Max. Assumption from the field early on, just 1 of 7. McDonnell no better at 1 and 6, but 2 for 6. Giesler with it. Up into Hughes. Thought about the 3. Kicks it back out, right corner. That is Sydney Flanagan, who just checked in. Right side over to Emily Cooper. Left baseline, dribbling out of it was Anna Geisler. Back over to Hughes at the top of the key, mid-circle. Swings it back around. Left open, Cooper three-pointer off the bracket, can't get it to go. Kayla Kirkman comes away with the rebound up to INR right here in front of us. Behind the back, dribbling it around. Emily Bone near the three-point line, poked away. INR comes away with it, gets a screen, and steps through, left hand up and in. INR sends Hirosas on the board for the first time here, as Destiny Bauman will check right back in for McDonnell. Swings around to Hughes, down low to Petranovic, and can't get it to go. Offense rebound, Petranovic misses again. Fought for, Cooper comes away with it. Top of the key to Geisler, swings it back around. Emily Cooper back over to Geisler through her legs, right along the sideline and out of bounds, back to the Royals. Malia Kola will check in for Jesse Grunhofer. Baufman will check back in. Baufman will check back in for McDonnell Central. Grunhofer checks out. Kirkman back over to Kristen Casey. Again, McDonnell putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers here as they try to pass it off to INR and got tipped away, and Baufman comes away with it. Kicks it up to Cooper, right side. Again, they are denying INR beyond belief early on. McDonnell with it back over to Emily Cooper at the top of the key. Working left to right away from us here in the first half. Swings it back around to Dietz. Baufman in the left corner, poked away by Kristen Casey, and back to staying with the Max. Again, the winner will play in a state championship game at 7 o'clock tonight against Three Lakes. Three Lakes upsetting Blackhawk earlier this morning. Blackhawks' 75-game winning streak came to an end today. Cooper with it, swings it back around top of the key. Down low to Bauman, kicks to the left side, Dietz. Left wing, back over to Emily Cooper. Cooper to the right wing, Hughes. Right side. Emily Bowen didn't foul out. She subbed out in the last dead ball. Kayla Kirkman with it now, and she's going to get called for the carry, another turnover on the Royals. That's something that Kayla has done much this year. That's turnover number 4 on the Royals already. McDowell also with 4. Assumption 2 of 8 from the field. McDonnell 2 of 9. 0 of 1 for three-point land for the Max. Right side, Cooper swings it back around to Dietz. Shot fake, kicks it back out to Cooper. Cooper over to Hughes on the left wing. Skips it all the way back over to Cooper. Right wing, Baufman swings it back around. Dietz steps in. Cooper, Hughes on the left wing. Good, quick ball movement by McDonnell Central. Good closeouts by the Royals here in the first half. 10:30 to go, first half. 4-4, Division 5 state semifinal. Baufman had a wide open lane to the basket, and she passed out of it. Back over to Hughes, right side. As Amber Adams, that's on the ground, and a jump ball and a turnover on McDonnell, and that will take us to our second media timeout. We'll be back to La Crosse right after this.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is. They're going to figure out how to fix it. and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
INR checking out during that last dead ball. Emily Bone, Jesse Grundhofer, Kendall Dillman, Kayla Kirkman, Kristen Casey. The 5 out there for the Royals. Dillman with it, Kristen Casey. Kicks up to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman up to Grundhofer on the left wing. Nobody came out to guard Jesse Grundhofer. Kayla Kirkman back with it. Over to Grundhofer, back up to Kendall Dillman. Dillman over to Kristen Casey. Casey dribbles it to the top of the key, throws it to nobody, and a turnover to McDonnell Central. Dillman, some good defense this year for Coach Klein and the Royals. As the Max with it now. Swings it around, tipped away by Kristen Casey, but it'll stay with the Max as number 30, Lenise Balfman. Balfman checks in for Destiny. Sammy Nelson and INR Sensi Rosas check in. It is a chess match for the Max and the Royals. Destiny checks out, and INR checks back in. Working left to right away from us are the Max. Back over to Balfman with it. Picks up her dribble, swings it around to the right side. Amber Adams goes right baseline, picks up her dribbles, tries to step through, and swings it back around to Balfman. Top of the key, Cooper. Right side, Dietz. Dietz down to Adams. Bone with one foul already, and what a move there by Amber Adams. 6-4, McDonnell. Again, Emily Bone not wanting to pick up that second foul. Emily Cooper face guarding Ionara. Gets a nice screen from Sammy Nelson. Over to Emily Bone. Bone goes right baseline, kicks it back out to Sammy Nelson, down to Emily Bone. Gets double team, steps through, and she'll go to line for 2. Again, Emily Bone with a height advantage over just about everybody. And the foul will go on Stelter. Not a lot of team fouls, only 3 total. Bone's first one is perfect. To check in for the Max. 8:56 to go in the first half. It's been a good first half here. Low scoring. Maybe we had thought that, but second one for Bone. It is good. Tie ball game here in the first half. Under 9 to go. 6-6. Royals and Max. Still haven't put it up on the scoreboard, but we have it for you here. 6-6. Just crossed the timeline. Double teams right away. Quick passing and lays it in. Good passing there by the Max, Emma Stelter. And it's 8-6 Max back out on top. Ionara steps through. She's going to throw it up there, and she's going to get called for a travel. Got bumped out of the way. Don't know about that one, but another turnover on the Royals. 8:31 to go. Again, don't know about that foul, or don't know about that travel, but line just unable to get the call on the foul. Trying to draw it, but got called for the travel. Skips it around to Hughes, near side in the backcourt. Right side it is. Back over to Dietz. Dietz over to Hughes. Emily Bone checked out of the game for Malia Colo. Hughes, nowhere to go. Kristen Casey comes away with the steal. Casey crossed the timeline, again looking for Ionara, but they are face guarding her beyond belief. Sammy Nelson pinned it up against her chest, but nothing doing. Over to Kristen Casey. Casey down to Malia Colo. Colo gets double teams, tries to step through. Good job with that pivot foot by Malia. Sammy Nelson goes baseline, dribbles out of it. 7:45 to go. Ionara with it. 8-6 Max. top of the key, working against Bauman. Over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson down to Grundhofer. Gets double team. Steps through. Fouled. And go to line for two. Again, sometimes that help defense hasn't been there right away. And the Royals have taken advantage. Just have to be able to knock down those free throws as Izzy Youngworth and Emily Bone get ready to check in. Jess's first free throw is good. Right over the front of the rim. Bone will check in for Grundhofer. Youngworth checks in for Kristen Casey. Emily Cooper checks in for Lauren Dietz. Dietz picks up her first foul as Amber Adams gets ready to check in. Second one for Jess is good. 8-8, 7:38 to go in the first half. Again, low-scoring game, obviously, with under 8 minutes to go. Swings around to the left side. Skips it across. Nearly tipped away by Bone. Again, Emily's got a foul already. Don't want to pick up that second one. Balfman with it. Dribbles to the top of the key. Swings around over to Cooper. Cooper top of the key to Geisler. Geisler back over to Cooper. Cooper working on Sammy Nelson in this 2-3 zone. Have only seen one three-pointer attempted, and that was by McDonnell, and it was off. Cooper with it on the left side. Goes baseline, dribbles out of it. Skips it back up to Anna Geisler. Geisler over to Cooper. Back over to Geisler. Three-pointer left side off the mark, and the Macs run into each other on the rebound, and Izzy Youngworth comes away with it for the Royals. Royals looking to regain the lead for the first time since 2-0. Emily Bone with it, over to Sammy Nelson, right wing. Nelson looking down over to Izzy Youngworth, top of the key. Emily Bone goes into lane, right hand up and in. Emily Bone for two. She's got 6 here in the first half, and the Royals have a lead 10-8 as Petronovich will check in. As will Dietz. Amber Adams with it. Bounce passes it over to the right side. That's Cooper. Cooper to Geisler. Right in front of Coach Klein on the far side of the court as we see here. Emily Cooper with it. Skips it back around to Geisler. Three-pointer left wing. Off the mark. Izzy Youngworth will chase down the rebound. Hand it off to Emily Bone. Bone up to Nelson, and she gets it taken away by Geisler. In the backcourt. Geisler goes left baseline. Pull-up jumper off the mark. Youngworth and Baufman fight for it. Timeout taken by Coach Klein as we hear from our friends who are Rapid Sheet Metal. Nobody enjoys being without comfort, even more so on the coldest time of the year. When your furnace is giving you trouble, give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble. We'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256. Visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Traxler has flatbed driving opportunities that pay you a 5-cent per mile premium over van. At Traxler Transport, drivers are always home for the requested time off. Traxler Transport is a family-oriented company that treats you like family. Visit traxlertransport.com to apply today. Royals up 10-8 here with 5:49 to go. Much different than that first game that we saw where at halftime it was 31-30 Blackhawk on top of the of Three Lakes. Three Lakes went 7 of 14 in the first half from three-point line, and were able to do just enough in that second half to take down Blackhawk in the state semifinal. That happened just earlier this morning. 10-8 here. Winner plays Three Lakes at 7 o'clock tonight, or 7:05, I guess, in a state championship game from lacrosse. Timeout taken by Coach Klein with 5:49 to go. Again, face guarding Ayanara. Ayanara getting a little frustrated, but she's had the better of Balfman so far. Kristen Casey bounce pass to Emily Bone. Bone back over to Kristen Casey on the left side. Starters back in for the Royals. Grundhofer kicks back over to Kristen Casey. Free throw line, driving, down to Bone. Good pass, right hand. She's going to get fouled, but will go to line for two. She missed the layup, but a beautiful pass by Kristen Casey in her second year on the varsity squad for the Royals. Petronovich picks up her first, team's fourth. Bone's first one is off the mark, left short for Emily Bone. Good crowd on hand here from Wisconsin Rapids. Canceling school. Take a couple of buses down here, and the Royals have a 3-point lead. 11-8, Royals under 5.5 to go. Swings it over to Cooper. Cooper near side Hughes. Left to right we go. Backcourt to front court. Bauman flies high and through the hands of Bone. Skips it all the way over to Dietz and poked away by Izzy Youngworth. Ionara will track it down. Working right to left. Kristen Casey down to Grundhofer. Can't quite get it to go. Fought for and taken away by Hughes for McDonnell. McDonnell hasn't scored in the last 3.5 minutes. Getting it all the way to the lane. Dietz out to Bauman, and it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be tipped away and stay with the Max right near Jason Zaleski. Jason doing highlights for us. Under 5 minutes to go, 11-8 Royals. Again, Assumption is not unfamiliar with low-scoring games. That one's out of bounds, staying with the Max. Again, McDonnell's first ever WIAA state tournament. Assumption number 6 in school history. 2005, they lost in the state semifinal. 2013-16, 2 gold balls and 2 silver balls. Bauman with it. She's going to get called for the travel. 4:41 to go. Bauman's third turnover. Going to appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon, hoping to have another game for you tonight right here from La Crosse. Winner of this one will have a chance at a gold ball. Ionara with it. Ionara's got a dribble. Izzy Youngworth into Emily Bone, gets double teamed. Right hand, can't quite get it to go. A little strong, a little far away from the basket on that one for Emily. And Ionara comes away with the steal. She's going to get fouled by Bauman. That'll be a hard foul on Ionara Sanzerosas. And team foul number 5. It'll be right here in front of us. That's Belfman's second foul, as Izzy Youngworth will inbound in the front court. Ionara will hit the bench. 4:15 to go. Sammy Nelson checked in. Trying to find an inbound. Took a little too long. Grundhofer back to Youngworth at the top of the key. Over to Kristen Casey on the right wing. Casey dribbles through, down to Emily Bone. Bone gets double teamed. Kicks it out to Sammy Nelson. Nelson dribbles out of it. Back to the top of the key. Dribbling down low to Emily Bone. Little tough pass. Take it up, Emily. Right hand, up and in. Emily Bone, a tough pass, but able to lay it in right over the front of the rim. And the Royals up by 5. Skips it across. Nearly stolen away by Sammy Nelson. Dietz with it. Dietz on the left wing. Goes left baseline. And Lauren Dietz too strong. Jessie Grundhofer with the rebound. Izzy Youngworth crossed the timeline right to left. Down to Emily Bone, off the fingertips and out of bounds. Emily thought it was tipped by McDonnell. Amber Adams will check in for the Max. Ionara and Kayla Kirkman check back in. 3:30 to go, first half. Officials just count to make sure there's 5 and 5. Swings it around over to Cooper. Back to Geisler. Over to Cooper in the backcourt. They got 2 seconds to get across the timeline. That was very, very close. It was 3:30, and Amber Adams is going to get called for the travel. It was 3:30 when they inbounded the basketball, and they got it over at 3:21, and another turnover on the Max. Turnover number 10 on McDonnell. Kayla Kirkman with it, dribbles out of it. Nice job by Kayla crossing the timeline into Emily Bone. Bone over to Kirkman, goes right side, right hand, up and in! Beautiful move by Kayla Kirkman, and she lays it in. Timeout, Max. 3:02 to go, first half. Royals lead 15-8. Back after this.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
3:02 to go in the first half. Royals lead 15-8, 9-0 run over the last about 4.5 minutes. And the Royals 5 of 13 from the field. McDonnell at 4 of 15, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here today. Special broadcast live from La Crosse, state semifinal between McDonnell and Assumption, two old WISA opponents. The winner will play Three Lakes in the state championship game at 7 o'clock tonight. Right side, over to Hughes. Hughes to Geisler. Back over to Marley Hughes on the right wing. Skips it all the way over to Cooper. 2:35 to go. 15-8 Royals. And Royals defense has been outstanding so far. Dietz with it. Poked away and off of Petrovsky, but it will stay with the Royals as Coach Klein steps out of the court and says, just encouraging his girls. Again, Lauren Dietz, leading scorer, hasn't scored. So that's the Max have only made 4 baskets. Right side, three-pointer, Geisler knocks it down. It's only a matter of time, and a Geisler for 3. 15-11, 4-point ball game. Ionara steps through and out of bounds off of her knee, and it'll go back to McDonnell. 2:11 to go first half. Nobody in real serious foul trouble. Emily Bone picked up that early one on a rebound. Geisler with it on the right side, over to Cooper. Cooper skips it into Hughes. Over to Bauman. Bauman up and can't get it to go. Offense rebound, Petrovsky and in. Petronovich, excuse me. And it's just like that, 2-point ball game. Sansi Rosas with it, over to Kristen Casey on the left wing. Down to Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer, Bone, pull up 15-footer and got it. Emily Bone, nice looking shot. She's had a very nice first half, 11 for the Royals. And it's 17-13. 90 seconds to go first half. Cooper with it, just crossing the timeline, skips it up to Baufman. Baufman swings it back over to Geisler. She lets the 3 fly off the mark. Good rebound by Kristen Casey. Got pushed. A lot of contact. He'll be out of bounds. He'll stay with the Royals. 1:17 to go. It is not 17-15. 17-13. 17-13 Royals. Scoreboard wrong. Emily Bone with it. Back to Kristen Casey. Again, scoreboard's wrong if you're here at La Crosse. Kristen Casey steps through over to Jesse Grundhofer. Grundhofer spins. Back over to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman goes right side into Emily Bone. Bone in the lane, gets double teamed. Back over to Kristen Casey. Casey, 15-foot line. Down to Emily Bone, and she gets called for a travel. 57 seconds to go. 17-13, Royals on top with 55 seconds to go. Cooper with it, just crossed the timeline, over to Geisler. Geisler down, back over to Cooper. Cooper looking to Hughes, nearly poked away. Geisler with it, dribbles the left hand, pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. A lot of contact down low. Are they going to call Jesse Okay, good. I didn't think so. 37 seconds left. Coach Cooper can't believe it. Again, there we go. Finally fixing the score here at La Crosse. Balfman picks up the foul. Team 6th with 37 seconds to go. 17-13 Royals. Ionara with it now. In the backcourt, working against 20 Sydney Flanagan. Bone with it, swings around to Ionara. 25 seconds left. Flanagan face up against Ionara. Against Sansi Rosas, the lefty Spaniard. Kayla Kirkman, strong take, right hand. Beautiful move by Kayla Kirkman. She's got 4, and it's a 6-point lead with 10 seconds left. Kayla Kirkman has been on fire this year, 2021. Throws it up there and knocks it down. Oh, my gosh. Ionara with 2 seconds. She lets it go and does not hit it. Oh, but my goodness. Marley Hughes knocks down the 3 from about half court with 5 seconds left. And that is how we end the first half. Unbelievable. She thought the clock was running down, didn't see it. And that is how we end the first half here from La Crosse. Royals 19 and the Max 16. There from our sponsors. Come back and wrap this first half up. Back to La Crosse after this.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
When you want to win, you look for an expert. When you want an expert to look after your vehicle, you do the same. Sherrill Tire and Service Center will treat you with respect and remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you understand what you need.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Welcome back to La Crosse as the Assumption Royals up at halftime 19-16, and Marley Hughes with the shot of the first half. Time running down. She thought there was only 2 or 3 seconds left and just threw it up there. Didn't realize that there was 5 seconds left and knocked down the 3-pointer to get the Max within 3 points. That was the only 3-pointer of that first half for either side, as Hughes, second. Hughes and Geisler, 2 of 6 for the Max. Assumption, 7 of 15 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, have not attempted a 3-pointer. Destiny Balfman with 2 points, Amber Adams with 2, Marley Hughes with 3, Anna Geisler with 5, Emma Stelter with 2, Lauren Dietz, leading scorer, with 0, and Abigail Petronovich with 2. For the Royals, Kayla Kirkman with 4 good points. Ayanara Sansi-Rosas had a little Euro step. She's got 2. Jessie Grundhofer with 2. And Emily Bone with 11. Emily Bone has played outstanding the last 2+ games now for the Royals. Turnovers in the first half, 10 for Assumption, 10 for McDonnell. Again, Stelter has 2 fouls. That's really the only foul trouble for the for either side, I guess. See what we got here. Home stats for McDonnell. Personal fouls, Stelter with 2, Baufman with 2 as well. So that's a big thing to keep your eye on because she has been dogging Ayanara in the backcourt and even in the front court trying to get the basketball. So she's done a good job defensively on Ayanara, but with those 2 fouls in the first half. The Royals, just 1 personal foul. That was Emily Bone early in that first half. Ayanara and Kristen both with 3 turnovers apiece. Emily Bone with 2. Kayla Kirkman with 1 herself. So out of 18 minutes in that first half, it says Ayanara with 17, Jessie and Emily with 16, and Kristen Casey with 16 as well. Again, the winner will take on Three Lakes tonight. Championship game at 7 o'clock. And that will be right here from La Crosse. If Assumption does win, we will have that game for you with a pregame at 6:45 and a championship game at 7. Again, relatively low-scoring first half of what these two teams did in their first half of the sectional final. Assumption was up 34-24 on Waseca Steuben at halftime. McDonnell Central was up 42-33 at halftime on Prairie Farm. McDonnell was 8 of 26 in that game. They were led in scoring by Lauren Dietz. She had 19, 8 of 16 from the field, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. I don't know if she hasn't really shot the ball. 0 for 4 just for Lauren Dietz. Emily Cooper had 14. Destiny Baufman with 12 in that win. As mentioned, they took 3rd in the Cloverville West behind Osseo Fairchild and Fall Creek. Fall Creek will be a state championship or a state semifinal, I believe, tomorrow, as the Assumption Royals hit the court again with about 4 minutes before the second half gets underway. And first half, I mean, if you're Coach Klein, except for that 3-pointer at the end, you could have asked for much more for the Assumption Royals as they lead 19-16 going into halftime. Your local Leon Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here today. Appreciate everyone tuning in all season long. Especially give a big thanks to Joe Burkhauser, Ryan Klein, Paul Jaglinski, Josh Pultz, everybody at the Assumption School District that has helped us bring you live Assumption girls basketball and boys basketball all winter long right here at Selesky Sports. So about 2:55, we'll take a couple more minutes here before we get you ready for half number 2. Sectional semifinals going on tonight on the boys' side. We have Hurley. The North Stars will be at Edgar. Neilsville makes another long trip up to St. Croix. And Port Edwards boys will head down to Waseca Steuben to take on the Hornets. The Macs, again, will be in front of us in the second half. Assumption will be on the far side, working left to right in the second half here as we see the La Crosse Center floor. Again, a magnificent facility. Have done a really good job in being able to put this together and have a nice facility like this to have us come and get state championship played. The other one will be at Menominee Nation Menominee Nation Arena in Oshkosh. That's where the Wisconsin Herd play, the G League team for the Milwaukee Bucks, and the other one, of course, right here in in lacrosse. So we're going to take a quick break. Get you ready for half number 2. 18 minutes to decide it here in lacrosse. Back to the Lacrosse Center right after this.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Do you work in the medical field? We at Wheelers want to thank you by offering the supplier pricing for everyone. If you are a firefighter, EMT, police officer, nurse, if you're in the medical field, stop on down and talk to one of our sales consultants and see how you can take advantage of the great rebates on supplier pricing at Wheeler Chevrolet.
Welcome back to lacrosse as we get you ready for half number 2 here at the state semifinals. Just taking a look at Wheeler Chevrolet in Wisconsin Rapids. Appreciate Wheelers letting us bring a car down here. Drove a 2019 Chevy Equinox. It will be returned tomorrow or later tonight. Win, lose, or draw for the Royals, and we will. You can test drive it tomorrow at Wheelers in Wisconsin Rapids as the second half is underway. McDonnell will start with the basketball, working right to left. My mom's got a Chevy Equinox, absolutely loves it. Easy to drive, smooth ride down here to lacrosse. So appreciate everyone over at Wheelers. Sammy Nelson almost with the steal. Geisler swings around to Dietz. Again, Lauren has not made a basket here in the first half. Baufman with it. Petranovich trying to get positioning. Back over to Geisler, top of the key, right on the Rural Mutual logo. Three-pointer left side. Hughes a little closer, can't get it to go. And Sammy Nelson comes away with the rebound for the Royals. Sammy Nelson on the right side, looking down to Jesse Grundhofer. Ionara clears. Grundhofer gets triple-teamed over to Sammy Nelson. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Back to her staying with the Royals. Again, got triple-teamed immediately. Did Jesse Grundhofer with her defender clearing out. Sammy Nelson to inbound. Still looking, all the way across to Kristen Casey, down to Emily Bone. Bone left hand, can't get it to go. And trying to save it was Dietz. She does. And a bad possession for the Royals. Baufman with it on the right side. Picks up her dribble. Hughes over to Dietz. Dietz may have taken an extra step. Right hand, Lauren Dietz up and in. Her first bucket here in the second half, and it's a one-point ball game. 19-18 Royals. Ionara with it. Dribbling out of it. Swings it around. Sammy Nelson looking down to Emily Bone. Right near her ankles. Right hand. Emily Bone can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Fought for. Emily Bone with it again. And it's going to be back to the, or staying with the Royals. So unable to finish was Emily Bone on that layup. Can appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. Division 5 state semifinal. Ionara over to Jesse Grundhofer, down to Emily Bone. Petranovich guarding her, right hand, can't get it to go. And Emily Bone, a bad foul, frustration foul on Emily Bone, missed a layup. And that's where she gets into trouble. Back around, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll stay with McDonnell as we are back here. Make sure everything's all right on your end, our end. Froze up for just a moment. 16-17 to go as we're live back here from lacrosse. And that one's on the ground. Another jump ball. Good hands by Ionara. Substitution in, Emily Cooper. Emily was knocking down some big threes in the during warm-ups. They back off the pressure put on earlier. 19-18 Royals, 16 minutes to go. Ionara with it, swings it around. Up to Jessie Grundhofer on the left wing. Down to Emily Bone. She gets triple team pushed by Balfman, and that'll be her third foul, as Destiny will pick up a third foul. Over to Sammy Nelson, left wing, left baseline. Ionara with it on the left wing. Dribbles in, left hand up and counted and one! Ionara sends De Rosas. Good strong take for Ionara. Got the continuation and laid it in. Cooper picks up her first foul. Ionara to the line for +1. Sansi Rosas up and in. Pressure put on right away by Coach Klein and the Royals. Cooper with it now in the backcourt. Swings it around to back over to Cooper. Geisler. Balfman takes it all the way, dribbles out of it. Swings it back around. Right side, Cooper, top of the key. Over to Geisler, left wing. Dribbles back and back over to Cooper. Back over to Geisler. Geisler picks up her dribble. Back over to Cooper, right wing. Cooper working on Sammy Nelson, 4-point lead for the Royals, 15-20 to go. Petranovic with it on the left baseline, near the 3-point line. Back over to Cooper, playing catch with Geisler. Geisler hands it off to Cooper. She lets the three fly. Long three off the mark. Grundhofer comes away with the rebound. Pushes it up to Ionara and smartly dribbles out of it. Front court for Sansi Rosas, poked away, but luckily Sammy Nelson right there. Kristen Casey on the left wing. She had a three against Independence, I think it was, and banked it in. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. Kristen Casey over to Ionara on the left wing. Back over to Kristen Casey, top of the key. Sammy Nelson, left open. Three-pointer, Sammy off the mark. Smart move there by Emily Bone to let it go. Emily Cooper with it now. Swings it back around, near side to Geisler. Geisler to Dietz, back over to Cooper. Right near the logos that they put on the floor. Petranovic pull-up jumper long. Grundhofer comes away with the rebound up to Ionara in the backcourt. Sansi Rosas dribbles into the front court with 14-15 to go. They're leaving Ionara wide open. Man-to-man defense for McDonnell Central. Now back into the zone. Over to Jessie Grundhofer. Emily Bone. Bone over to Nelson. Left baseline. Kicks it back out. Over to Nelson. Left side again. Down near to Emily Bone. Right hand, left short, but she'll go to line for 2 free throws. Good strong take. Good patience. Good patience by the Royals as they were able to finish it off. And it'll be a TV timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be back to lacrosse right after this.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Assumption Royals lead 22-18 with exactly 14 minutes to go in the ball game. Emily Bone to the line for 2 free throws. She was 3 for 4 in the first half, 11 points for Emily in that very good first half for the Royals. Ionara has scored 3 so far here for Assumption in this half, and looking to add on here with foul trouble mounting at times here for McDonnell Central. Bauman with 3 fouls. Petronovich now with 2 fouls. Cooper with a foul. Emily Bowen's first one off the front rim and couldn't get it to drop. Bowen to the line for one more. To our right. And left short again, 0 for 2 for the senior. Tough break for the Royals. That would have been a nice possession for Assumption. Skips it all the way across, gets double teamed, steps through. Hughes with it. Back over to Cooper. Cooper working on Kirkman. Dribbles to the right side. Youngworth and Kirkman checked in. Bauman goes right baseline. Dietz with it. Dribbles into Bone. Nearly or partially blocked. Youngworth with the rebound. Up to Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman pushing it up into the front court. Kirkman down to Grundhofer. Grundhofer, strong take, right hand, no call. Offensive rebound, Grundhofer lays it in. Nice job by Jesse Grundhofer going up, staying where she was, and able to lay it in on the offensive rebound. Dietz spins into the lane, gets quadruple teamed. Bauman, three-pointer right side, left it short. Bone comes away with the rebound, poked away, and Bone will be a jump ball. It'll stay with McDonnell now. And Geisler will check back in for the Max. As well as Amber Adams. Emily 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 6 from the line. 11 for the senior. Geisler to inbound. Still looking, kicks it up high to the top of the key. Well beyond the three-point line. They have 3 3-point lines here. High school, college, and NBA. So, and we saw a lot in that first game against Blackhawk and Three Lakes. A lot of long three-pointers by both teams. Cooper with it, swings it up to Hughes near the half-court line. Adams with it. Amber Adams, good quick ball movement. Cooper too strong. And Bauman comes away with the rebound, and she'll go to the line for 2. Get it called on Jesse Grundhofer, luckily there for the Royals. Bauman reminds me a lot of Zai Connor, the way she can rebound as well as she can rebound. Bauman's first one off the mark. She is about, a foot off the line on her free throw shots. Kristen Casey will check in for Jesse Grundhofer. She is pretty far back on her free throws. 6 inches to a foot beyond that line. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. 12:35 to go, 24-19. Kristen Casey with it now. Goes right side into Emily Bone. Bone gets double teamed behind and got it to go anyway. Quick release for Emily Bone. She's got 13. Geisler swings around to Cooper. Cooper into Adams. And Adams regains possession, and now Geisler with it. Dribbles it off to Hughes. Geisler, three-pointer left side, can't get it to go. And it's going to be out of bounds to Assumption, but a good box up by Youngworth. Got pushed from behind and was still able to get possession for the Royals. Dietz checks back in. And Lauren only with 2 points, I believe. Leading scorer on the team. INR dribbles out of it. Gets double teamed and taken away by Bauman. Bauman over and back twice and nothing called. Into the front court. Swings it around over to Geisler. Geisler down to Bauman right along the baseline. Fading away. Bad shot there and taken by Youngworth. Finds Ayanara into the front court. She dribbles right past Geisler. She steps through. Left hand up and in. Ayanara sends Rosas. 9-point lead for the Royals. Geisler over to Cooper. Skips it up just out of the reach, and good move there. And left it short, rebounded by Bone. And a foul on Adams. 11:20 to go. Royals lead by 9. Nobody stopped INR going to the basket. And she dribbled right through them all. And McDonnell will take a timeout. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and now in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Royals, as they have done all year long, coming out of halftime on fire, especially Miss Sansi Rosas, who has lit up the court the last couple of games in the second half against Wazeeka. She had 13 in the second half. Against Independence, she had 13 in the second half. She had 2 in the first half, 11:20 to go. INR on the bench, Emily Bone on the bench. Getting a little rest. Kayla Kirkman crossed the timeline, working left to right. Swings around to Youngworth. Kristen Casey down to Grunhofer. Grunhofer working. Left hand up and in. Spinning move by Jessie Grunhofer. Working her defender back. Spun back to her left and laid it in with her left. An 11-point game. Kendall Dillman, some great defense. She is going to be a phenomenal defender when she, she already is. But a foul there on Kristen Casey, I believe. But Kendall is going to be very good. As Emily Bone was to the scorer's table, Coach Clyde said, maybe just a second back. And the starters back in for the Royals, and it is going to be a TV timeout. We'll step aside. Royals 30, Max 19, 10:49 to go. Back to lacrosse right after this.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Royals, with the help of an 11-1 run, find themselves up by 11, 30-19 over McDonnell Central here in the state semifinal. Starters back in for the Royals: Grunhofer, Casey, Bone, Nelson, and Sansi Rosas. Bauman got it poked away, able to come away with it. Dietz back with it. Hughes with it, working against Ionara. Geisler dribbles all the way in, pull-up jumper, left hand, off the mark. Fought for, and Ionara comes away with it for the Royals, working left to right or away from us as we sit courtside here at the Lacrosse Center. Kristen Casey, Ionara calling for the ball. Hand up. Casey dribbles to the left against in this zone. Ionara, three-pointer left side, knocks it down! Ionara! And the Royals up 14. 33-19, Royals on top. Bauman with it. Skips it all the way across. Dietz, pull-up jumper. Left short. Fought for again. Jump ball. It's going to go back to the Royals with 9:57 to go. Cooper and Baufman both check back in. Sydney Flanagan checks back in as well. 33-19 Royals. Under 10 minutes to go. Winner plays at 7 o'clock tonight, right here, same spot, against Three Lakes. Three Lakes knocked off Blackhawk. Sammy Nelson with it on the right side. Nearly halfway through the second half. Nelson with it over to Kristen Casey. Casey against Cooper, and she's going to get fouled on the hand check as team foul number 5 on the Max. Royals 14-1 run over the last 6 minutes of this ball game. Flanagan working on Ionara. Swings around to Sammy Nelson. Emily Bone on the free throw line. Grundhofer left hand. Oh, halfway down and taken away by Baufman. That's off the foot of Baufman and back to the Royals. Grundhofer had it halfway down and bounced out. And Petranovich will check in, but a timeout taken by Coach Cooper. See how long it is, see what Coach calls for. As there will be a full timeout back to lacrosse after this.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.
Welcome back to lacrosse as the Royals will have it. Ionara with it on the left wing, looking down to Grundhofer. Grundhofer gets double teamed, backed over to Sensi Rosas. Didn't let it fire, but she got called for the travel. But she brought it down just enough. Back to McDonnell with 9:15 to go. Talking to our friends over here at WFHR, and time can't go fast enough. Cooper with it now, working on Sammy Nelson. Kicks it over to Baufman on the left wing. Left baseline, back over to Cooper on the left wing. Halfway through the second half, 9 minutes to go. Royals lead by 14. Petranovich pull-up jumper. Bad miss and out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Max. Baufman will check back in for McDonnell Central. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. In our state semifinal, winner plays Three Lakes tonight. Cooper, three-pointer right side, nothing but error, taken by Kristen Casey on the weak side, and Casey will hand it off to Ionara. 33-19, Assumption on a 9-0 run, 14-1 run overall. 5 team fouls on McDonnell. Bone over to Grundhofer. Back into Emily Bone and over the top of her head. Bad pass by Jess and out of bounds. Geisler checks back in. Assumption 3 turnovers in their last handful of possessions. Geisler with it, swings it around to Hughes. Hughes back to Geisler. McDonnell has only scored 3 points here in the second half. Right side, back over to Geisler. Swings it over to Marley Hughes. Hughes working on Sensi Rosas. Petranovich nearly lost it. Back over to Hughes on the right side. Baufman beyond the NBA three-pointer. Right hand up, can't get it to go. Baufman offense rebound. Back over to Hughes. Hughes over to Geisler on the right side. Pull-up jumper blocked by Grundhofer and out of bounds. Under 8 minutes to go. 33-19. Baufman with it. Dribbles into the lane all the way. Floater right hand. Nice take by Lanissa Baufman. Lanice, pardon me. Grundhofer's going to get fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. Another nice take by Jess. See if she can knock down a pair of free throws. Jess coming in to the game. Grundhofer free throw line 61.5%. Jess's first one is in. The early losses on the year for the Royals, that is where they struggled the most. Turnovers and bad free throw shooting. That's where they lost the game against Phillips. Could have nailed it in against Auburndale. Oh, my goodness. Halfway down again for Jess, and it rolls out. Up to Baufman. Nice job right to the floor. Just dribbles it all the way around. There's a three for Destiny Baufman and knocks it down. Timeout, Max. 10-point game, 7:23 to go. Not done yet. Back to lacrosse right after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice to learn with small, in-person classes, online classes, and innovative technology classes. Your choice of school to career or career to career support. Your choice to get started here and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
Welcome back to lacrosse. 10-point game. 34-24, Royals on top. 7:23 to go in the ball game. Winner to a state championship tonight, later on tonight. Kirkman gets it inbounded to her. Izzy Youngworth back with it. Youngworth dribbling against Baufman, picks it up into Emily Bone. Bone gets pushed from behind. Kirkman comes with it into Jesse Grundhofer. Left hand up and in. Beautiful job breaking the press. Dietz back over. Baufman dribbles out of it and dribbles off her hand and out of bounds. 36-24, 7 minutes to go. To check in for the Max. Dietz checks back in. Double team INR on the inbound. She's able to catch it anyway. Now across the timeline, it's going to be the work for the junior Spaniard. Kirkman with it on the left side, dribbles out of it smartly for Kayla. Kayla has had a phenomenal second half of the season. Kirkman three-pointer left way short, partially blocked it looked like. But Kayla has had a phenomenal second half to this season for Coach Klein and the Royals. Dietz dribbles all the way in, blocked by Bone, rebounded by Youngworth. INR high floater. Youngworth just able to get it across the timeline, knocked from behind. Ball's on the floor. INR comes away with it. Right side, Kirkman down to Grundhofer, nearly poked away again. Youngworth, three-pointer, left side, nothing but air, and out of bounds. Good ball movement. That's a shot that Izzy has hit much of this year. That open three just a little far past her range. 6:11 to go. Again, first state semifinal, 51-48, 3 Lakes. This one was 19-16 at halftime in favor of Assumption, and Bauman might have taken an extra step again. Back over, Cooper working on Kirkman. Cooper, floater right hand, a little strong, rebounded by Baufman. She goes to the floor, and fought for between INR, and Baufman is down hard with 5:51 to go. Holding that left ankle, and we will be back, or we will keep her right here. We have to hear from our friend Carrie Van Ert. It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for that Ultra HD flat screen. Just in time for the big game and the overtime you worked for that third car so your team can drive himself to practice. With other insurance companies, just see them as a bundle or combo. State Farm agent Carrie Van Ert sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Carrie understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Carrie Van Ert in Wisconsin Rapids for your home and auto insurance today. Again, appreciate all of our sponsors, as no pressure put on that left ankle for Destiny Baufman for the Max, one of their best defenders. It was a jump ball So it's going to go back to the Royals with 5:51 to go in the ball game. Royals lead by 12. As there'll be a jump ball. Staying with the Max. He'll be switched now on the inbound. Cooper with it. Corner. Geisler back over to Cooper on the left side. Again, not a lot of three-point shooting in this ball game. Hughes picks up her dribble, swings around to Geisler. She's left open. Three-pointer, knocks it down. And Geisler's going to pick up a bad foul. Kayla Kirkman will go to the line for two. And at Geisler, we got a bonus coming up for Kayla Kirkman. Yeah, bonus for Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman 4-1-1. Kirkman on the year, 7 of 10. She had the ball already in her hand, and then Geisler checked out, and then checked back in, because she just picked up that foul. And Jesse Grundhofer will check in for Emily Bowen. 5:36 to go in the ball game. Royals up 9. Kayla Kirkman, the junior. First one off the mark. Can't get it to go. Poked around, and Baufman comes away with it. Got to hit your free throws in any time of the year. But Cooper with it on the right baseline. Picks up her dribble. Swings it back around to Hughes. Hughes on the left wing. Down low to Dietz. Dietz nearly poked away. Back over to Geisler. Down to Baufman. She goes baseline and left her feet on the pass. And finds Geisler. Over to Hughes. Dietz turnaround jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kristen Casey. And Kristen will go to line for two. Kristen, a good rebound. And Baufman picks up a foul. Denise Baufman picks up her second, team's 8th here in the half. Big time now for the Royals. Gotta hit the free throws. Kristen Casey, 9 of 14 on the year. First one for the sophomores, left short. Fought for Youngworth, able to save it, but it'll be out of bounds. Back to McDonnell. 9-point game under 5 minutes to go. Royals again struggling from the free throw line here in the second half. 2 of 7 for Assumption. Baufman through her hands and out of bounds. Back to the Royals. That's at any point. You look, you take your eyes off it for just a half a second. That's what Baufman did. And it was out of bounds. And the Royals will have it back with 4:51 to go. 9-point game. Royals on top. 7 of 13 from the free throw line in the game for Assumption. As Ionar across the timeline, working on Flanagan. Kristen Casey with it. Casey dribbles out of it. She gets fouled, and Kristen Casey will go back to line for 2 more free throws. Or 1 and 1, pardon me. Still in the single bonus. Marley Hughes picks up her first foul. Marley had the unbelievable shot at the end of the first half. First one for Kristen is off the mark. And off of Dietz, and it's going to stay with the Royals. Royals struggling from the free throw line, but Izzy Youngworth helping out. She will check out, but because of her hustle, Dietz, and back to the Royals. 4:37 to go. Kirkman with it, goes baseline. She gets blocked from behind. Offensive rebound by Bone. It's going to be a jump ball. He'll stay with the Royals with 4:33 to go. Inbounding, Grundhofer, three-pointer right corner. Oh my goodness, just unlucky for Jess today. She's had a lot of shots halfway down and bounces out. That one the same. Hughes hands over to Geisler. Working on Kirkman. Back over to Hughes. Three-pointer left corner. Can't get it to go. Kristen Casey mistimed her jump. And Dietz with an offense rebound. And a foul on Emily Bone. That'll be her third. As Sammy Nelson checks in for Kayla Kirkman. Dietz to the line for 2 free throws. Lauren has been very, very quiet here today. Averaging 13 points a game, 79% from the free throw line. As Kayla Kirkman will have to come back in because of 2 free throws. And so they will sub her out after the first free throw attempted by Lauren Dietz. First one for Lauren is good. 79%. She got 3 points here in the second half. That's all she scored. 4:14 to go. So a lot of time left. 8-point game could make it just 7 with a free throw from Dietz, and it is good. One senior on this team for McDonnell. That's Anna Geisler. Ayanara with it. 36-29. Kristen Casey with it. Down to Emily Bone. Gets double teamed. Back over to Kristen Casey. Sammy Nelson down to Grundhofer. Grundhofer gets double teamed over to Kristen Casey. Royals are in double bonus the rest of the way. Nelson with it. Back over to Kristen Casey. Gets into the lane. Over to Jesse Grundhofer. Double teamed. Back over to Kristen Casey on the right wing. Again, just trying to kill time. Casey back over to Bone. Bone skips it all the way over to Sammy Nelson. Nelson over to Casey. And into the hands of Dietz and a turnover. Lauren Dietz with it. Across the timeline, down to Adams, up and in. Amber Adams for 2, and it's a 5-point game. 3.5 to go. Back to lacrosse right after this.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
7-0 run for the Macs over the last 2.5 minutes. And they see themselves just trailing by 5 with 3.5 minutes to go. Starters in for the Royals. Destiny Balfman hasn't been in since she twisted that ankle. Otherwise starters for McDonnell as well. And now Ayanara to the line for a couple of free throws. Got held before the clock ran, before the inbounds. And now Ayanara needs to hit some free throws. The Royals need to hit some free throws. Haven't scored in the last 4 minutes. Ayanara 1 for 1 in the half here. Ayanara, her dribbles, spins. Sensei Rosas knocks it down. That's what a closer does. Cooper checks in. She's a big three-point threat for McDonnell. Second one for Sensei Rosas. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the junior. 38-31. Matchup 2-3 zone for the Royals. Over to Hughes. Hughes over to Cooper. Well beyond that NBA line. Cooper down to Adams. Adams steps through. Runs into Ayanara, and a foul on Ayanara as she ran right into Sensei Rosas when she turned in. Jump ball possession to the Macs. Finds the outlet pass over to Geisler. Left baseline. Geisler into Hughes. Hughes back over to Geisler on the left baseline. Swings it around over to Cooper. Cooper to Geisler. Picks up her dribble after one dribble. Hughes gets by Bowen and lays it in. Good fast move there by Marley Hughes. She's got 5 under 3 minutes to go. 38-33. Sensei Rosas across the timeline. Over to Sammy Nelson. Into Grundhofer. Gets double teamed back over to Ayanara. Ayanara gets a screen from Emily Bowen, and she throws it up there. An offensive foul on Ayanara. TV timeout. Media timeout. Back to lacrosse. 5-point game. 2:45 to go. Back to lacrosse right after this.
When you want to win, you look for an expert. When you want an expert to look after your vehicle, you do the same. Sherrill Tire and Service Center will treat you with respect and remove the stress and anxiety of having your vehicle serviced or repaired. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you understand what you need.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Back to lacrosse. 5-point game. The momentum that Assumption has deteriorated. Royals up by 5. They haven't scored a basket in the last 4.5 minutes. The Max with all the momentum. Down 5. A lot of time left. Cooper across the timeline. Swings around to Hughes. Goes baseline and lays it in. Way too easy for Marley Hughes. 3-point game. Royals on top. Sansi Rosas into Bone. Bone gets hacked all over. No call. Sansi Rosas dribbles out of it. Gets pushed. Nelson, three-pointer left corner, left way short. Rebound taken by Dietz. She's got a clear lane to the basket, and she's going to lay it in with the right hand. Just like that, we got a 1-point basketball game here in lacrosse. Kristen Casey with it across the timeline. Down to Jesse Grunhofer. Grunhofer steps through and got it. Jesse Grunhofer for 2. Back and forth we go. State semifinal. 40-37. Hughes over to Geisler. Back over to Cooper on the left side. Both fan bases have erupted. Three-pointer left short by Geisler. Rebounded by Kristen Casey. And timeout taken by Coach Klein. A 30-second timeout as Cooper and INR were still playing. 3-point game. 98 seconds to go. Hear from our friends over at Awards and More. Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of Selesky Sports Athlete of the Month. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order today. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for in the state semifinal. 40-37. It is a doozy here. Could have asked for much more. Number 2, McDonnell. Number 3, Assumption. Winner plays number 4 seeded. Winner plays number 4 seed. Lob to Sammy Nelson. She shot fakes up and in. Beautiful play out of the timeout. Drawn up by Coach Klein and Coach Jaglinski. Winner plays 3 Lakes at 7 o'clock. Adams over to Flanagan. Back over to Cooper. Well beyond the three-point line, working on Ionara. 1:15 to go. Hughes into lane. Over to Cooper. Long 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Cooper and a foul on Ionara. That'll be Sansi Rosas' third foul, but 1-1 coming up for Miss Cooper. Emily Cooper to line for 1-1. Cooper on the year for Coach Cooper, 10 of 15. First one off the mark, my goodness. It stuck to the back of the rim and was able to fall in. 68 seconds left. Second one for Cooper off the mark. Rebounded by Bone. Bone hands off to Sansi Rosas. Ayanara dribbles it up the front court. Youngworth with it. Youngworth to Bone. Bone gets fouled, able to pivot. Find Nelson on the right baseline. Just take your time. She gets fouled, able to keep her dribble magnificently. Jump ball, and it'll go back to the Max. Kristen Casey to inbound or to check in. 50 seconds to go. Checks in for Jesse Grundhofer. 4-point game, a lot of contact on that last possession for or against the Assumption offense. Cooper with it. Cross the timeline, work on Sammy Nelson. She hits the deck. Dietz traveled, got away with it, pull-up jumper and knocks it down. Lauren Dietz with a good second half. Ayanara is going to get fouled by Cooper. And Ayanara will go to line for two. 42-40. Emily Bone is told to back up. Double bonus for the Royals. Ayanara to the line. First one for Sansi Rosas is in. McDonnell has put up quite the fight here in the second half. Royals 35 seconds away. Ayanara's second one, perfect. McDonnell with a couple of timeouts left. Assumption with a handful. Coach Klein has only taken one. McDonnell with no timeouts left. Assumption with two. Cooper swings around to Hughes. Hughes on the right side. Back over. Poked away by Youngworth. She has up to Ayanara. And into the backcourt. She's going to get fouled with 18 seconds to go. The defense for Assumption again comes through. Huge play for the junior Izzy Youngworth. 18 seconds left. Ayanara back to line for two. Sansi Rosas, first one, good! Grundhofer checks in for Izzy Youngworth. Izzy gets a huge round of applause from her teammates and the coaching staff. Assumption 18 seconds away from a state championship game at 7 o'clock tonight. Sansi Rosas, perfect. 6-point game, Royals up. Up to Hughes. Hughes crossed the timeline, out to the left side. Down to Dietz. Got to be smart. Right hand up and off the mark. Out of bounds. He'll stay with McDonnell off the hands of Emily Bone. 7 seconds to go. Coach Cooper has used all of his timeouts. Coach Cooper doesn't have any timeouts left. He takes a timeout. Online it says he doesn't have any left, but supposedly they have one. We'll do the same. We'll be back to McDonnell, or we'll be back to lacrosse right after this.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by.
Welcome back to lacrosse. Coach Klein emptying his bench. Got Hartley, Colo, Kirkman, Donahue, and Dillman into the game as they await the second buzzer. 6.5 seconds to go. Winner to the state championship. Dietz, three-pointer left side. Knocks it down. Lauren Dietz, they don't have to inbound it. And the Royals will head to the state championship at 7 o'clock tonight for the chance at a gold ball against the Three Lakes Blue Jays. Jubilation for the Royals. What a ball game here tonight. Royals 46, McDonald Central 43. The three knocked down by Lauren Dietz. But that was not enough for the McDonnell Central Max as they fall to the Assumption Royals 46-43. They'll do the post-game prayer. We'll be back to wrap this one up right after this.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier.
With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
and let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Welcome back to lacrosse in our Valley Communities Credit Union postgame show. Valley Communities Credit Union, where memberships matter. The Royals with a 46-43 win over the McDonnell Central Max here this afternoon. And we'll head to a state championship game tonight, taking on the Three Lakes Blue Jays at 7 o'clock. Go through some scoring here in the second half. It was a 3-point game at halftime. It ends up being a 3-point deficit at the end. Destiny Baughman, first for McDonnell Central. Baughman finishes with 6, Hughes with 7, Geisler with 8, Dietz with 11 all in the second half, Petronovich with 2, Adams with 4, Stelter with 2, Cooper with 1, and Baughman with 2. Go 17 of 52 from the field, 5 of 17 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 from the line. They finish with 16 turnovers. For the Assumption Royals, they go Nelson 2. Casey didn't score, but she had a magnificent ball game. Sansi Rosas with 16, Grundhofer 11, Bone with 13, Kirkman with 4. They go 16 of 35 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, 13 of 20 from the free throw line. INR hitting some huge free throws, 7 for 7 from the line. They finished with 18 turnovers here this afternoon. It was, what was it? It was 19-16 at halftime, and then they came back in a magnificent closeout for the Royals here this afternoon. Again, we will be back with you 6:45 pregame. Championship game starts at 7:05. We'll have it right here. Exclusive listening rights to Zaleski Sports. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here today. The Royals will be back in action tonight, 7 o'clock. We'll have pregame for you at 6:45 right here from the Lacrosse Center. Again, Royals moving on, 46 to the McDonnell Central Max, 43. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll talk to you again at 6:45 tonight, live right here from the Lacrosse Center, at a chance at a gold ball heading back to Wisconsin Rapids against the Three Lakes Blue Jays. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and we will talk to you again tonight, live right here from the Lacrosse Center, Assumption and Three Lakes, right here on Zaleski Sports. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you again at 7 o'clock. Right here where you're watching this game, we'll have it same page, same sites. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates, and our outcomes are much better.